It seems that this lion perceives a huge and aggressive rhinoceros as a living decoration. The armored animal is too big to attack. And then, why would you even pay attention to him at all, right? Unfortunately, the lion was wrong. The rhinoceros really looks like a lazy giant that peacefully wanders through the savannah. That's just because most of the time, he does not suspect that there is a lion nearby. Rhinoceros eyesight is just terrible, and the smell of meat interrupts the smell of a lion. Up to a certain point. Then this strange spot acquires more features, and its smell becomes clearer. Suddenly, the rhinoceros realizes that in front of him is an adult lion. Of course, the rhinoceros scares, and immediately after that, the lion is already scared. After all, this multi-ton armored strongman armed with a powerful horn has only one reaction to stress: a swift attack. The lion underestimates the aggression of the herbivorous bane. Several times, the horn of a rhinoceros flashes right near the belly of a lion. Fortunately, the cat dodged the threat at the last moment, and this saved her life. Despite the undoubted strength and bravery of lions, you could already understand that there are animals that can impressively pile on them. And probably the most epic thing looks like a lion fight with a honey badger. After all, this baby is the size of a small sofa cushion, about 30 times lighter than a lion. But at the same time, even one honey badger can give battle to a whole pride. The secret of the honey badger's success is a combination of incredible aggression and a number of extraordinary body features. First of all, this is a very high pain threshold, which allows the beast to withstand serious blows. And the skin of this distant relative of the badger and wolverine is very durable, and the fur is hard. But the main thing is that the skin of the honey badger is also weakly very attached to the muscle tissues that are immediately underneath it. When a lion grabs the honey badger and pressures it to the ground, a smaller and quirkier predator seems to rotate inside its own skin, bends at an incredible angle, and delivers a counterattack. To do this, the honey badger has two weapons. These are the paws with which he simply annihilates the nests of termites and ants. Adapted for digging, the honey badger's limbs look cute with those big pads and crooked claws on it. But in fact, it is a real small excavator, and getting hit by an excavator, even the size of a cat, is very painful. In addition, the jaws of the honey badger gnaw the scales of armored reptiles, so they have great strength. The teeth are small and sharp like needles. Therefore, the bite of such an aggressive beast in a fight can cause a real pain shock in a lion. Moreover, the brutal honey badger aims at sensitive points on the enemy's body, for example, in the nose. But the most surprising thing is the determination of the honey badger. The lion is clearly in shock. He just didn't expect such a frenzied pressure. The honey badger does not give the larger predator a chance to recover. A small but formidable fighter constantly attacks and ignores the resistance of a stronger opponent. Of course, experienced and strong males emerge victorious from such duels. They simply drive the honey badger into the ground and grab it with their terrible jaws, which can fit half of the opponent's body inside of it. Such a victory cannot be called particularly glorious, with such a difference in size. It is difficult not to root for the honey badger. Moreover, most of the collisions still end with the fact that the honey badger calmly goes about his business. And the lion? Well, the lion obviously would not hurt to consult a psychologist. It looks like his self-esteem was terribly damaged. Oddly enough, among all the large predators against the honey badger, according to statistics, the leopard has the most chances. They contrast their dexterity with the aggressive pressure and resourcefulness of a black and white scumbag and often successfully strangle him. But lions, with the rare exception of experienced hunters, try to avoid clashes with such an enemy. If several lionesses seriously take up the case, they will, of course, overcome one or even two honey eaters. But the effort expended and the risk of serious injury are simply not worth the energy that lions will get from eating such a small amount of meat. Therefore, the honey badger calmly walks among the lions, gives punches, and bites inexperienced young people who are shocked by his arrogance and seem to be asking for a fight with someone from the adults. And experienced hunters just try to ignore it. By the way, if you would like to learn more about honey badgers and their aggressive relatives, then let us know about this in the comments. In the wild, the two largest panthers on the planet, the lions and the tigers, intersect only in one place. This is the Gir Forest, a nature reserve in India, and the last place where the natural habitat of these cats intersects. Lions and tigers used to live side by side in many parts of Asia, but now the number of Indian lions has dramatically decreased. And there have never been tigers in Africa. Although theoretically, the meeting of these species is possible in the Gir Forest, they prefer different habitat conditions and are too small to compete seriously. But in zoos and circuses, lions often coexist, and from time to time they fight. Usually the lion has the upper hand, as it is more adapted for battles with other predators. The tiger is physically stronger, but still he is primarily a hunter, not a warrior. However, there are exceptions. This lion clearly underestimated his opponent. The tiger fights very actively. He strikes a series of blows, but a little experience makes itself felt. The striped predator misses much more often. His blows fall into the dense mane, which play the role of a natural armor, so that the claws simply slip off the lion's neck without harming him. At first, it seems that the lion is able to suppress the pressure of the tiger with his skill. But the difference in its physical strength of these particular individuals is too great. The tiger breaks the lion's resistance and starts chasing him around the enclosure. The lion is surprised by such aggression. If he tries to grab the opponent with his fangs, the tiger immediately transfers the fight to the stalls and begins to tear the lion's belly with his hind legs. If the lion retreats, the tiger rises above him like a tsunami. And then, with the same destructive force, the striped beast falls on the enemy, leaving the lion nothing but retreat. And who would you be rooting for in this particular fight? But the main opponent of the lion is, of course, another lion. The only way for a young male to survive is to take power in a new pride with a fight. Young predators, sometimes alone, and sometimes united in groups with brothers and even foreign males, wander around Africa in search of a pride in which an aging lion rules. Young males attack, and if they defeat the leader, then their chances of survival will increase dramatically. The mane prevents them from hunting, because its purpose is to protect the throat from the claws and fangs of predators that threaten the pride. Therefore, the mane is large and unmasks the lion. It is the lighter, more agile, and inconspicuous lioness that should sneak up on the prey. Only having power in the pride, the lion can count on such help from females. Therefore, the young males fiercely and desperately fight with the old lion. The young lion is assertive, strong, and he is determined to conquer this pride and its territory. But he underestimated his opponent. The old lion is not at all senile yet. On the contrary, he is at the peak of his strength and form. And dozens of battles hardened him and gave him a huge combat experience. Besides, he is motivated. The old lion could retreat, leave in search of an even weaker pride to conquer. But the new male never leaves alive the cubs from the previous leader. Lions are great males. Would you agree that the desire to protect your offspring, as well as power into life, is a great motivator? Therefore, the old lion gives a crushing rebuff to the young competitor. He simply did not expect the hail of blows and rage. Which case, when the lions received a powerful rebuff, impressed you the most? Answer in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We have a lot of interesting things that we would love to show you.